Hello. That should be. Let's have a look at OBS. Yep, microphone is working. Welcome to a game of. That's what the game's called. I am quite late into this game, so I'm here on. No, this isn't called Icarus, it's called Ridder. Anyway, I'm here on the small red dwarf star, and as you can see, look at that pretty multicoloured network of vessels going back and forth. Silius Primus is where I started off. As you can see, there's a fair bit of stuff going back and forth to Pleione, and I think, yeah, Inif, that's a bright O-type star. So I was going to build a Dyson Sphere there, but I am right at the end stage of the game, and I need a lot of coal, so let's just do coal. So if I was going to do coal, what's a good way of doing it? Let's see. Let's do a bit of thermal and a bit of energy. Well, I've got energy exchanges, I haven't got any thermal. So I will do energy exchanges. Let me see. If I was going to be a good place to put this, it would be here. There we go. Always seems to be night time, no matter where I land on the planet and what I'm doing. It's like, oh look, it's night time again. Okie doke. And let's make sure we got full batteries and giving out empty batteries, like so. And we'll just demand some of those. There we go. And right here we'll have that. Demand some of those. And we're not going to have crude oil processing that because that goes on Silius Primus, I think it's called. But we will have coal come into this planet for local supply. So we'll do that. There we go. There's some coal. Now, I don't have any oil extractors. Never mind. Let's just focus on power then, shall we? First time in quite some time when I've done a live stream. It's been a very busy few weeks for me, and thought I'd relax, play some games. I did say I was going to do a serious live stream where I got this clip, but I think that'll be for another time. I think I might need to be drunk to do a serious for the show. So, discharge. Yeah. Discharge, there we go. Take full batteries in, discharge them. And hey look, there we go, we finally got some, got a bit of, you know, that thing, got a bit of that. Sunshine, that's the word I'm looking for. Bit of sunshine. So we'll do that. Yeah. And these are a bit tricky. Oh. Hello. That doesn't look right. Oh, I think I've seen what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. That's why that looks funny. Because the other one comes out there, and I did that one there. Right. There we go. So now, just get in there, do that, there, do that, and then it stops jumping from one thing to the other. It's trying to be helpful, but in this case, it's a bit tricky. I'm hoping later on, in addition to like new features, they also go, oh yeah, energy exchanges don't really play very well with the rest of the game, so we should optimize that. Okay, right, that's done. So now, oh, there's a fair bit of iron on this planet and loads of organic crystals. Good. So, somewhere here, let's see if I can do it. Somewhere suitable for... Problem is, all these areas need to be landfilled. So, I will do a thing, won't I? Yes. Oh look, here we go. Go over there. We'll need power as well, so let's bring some power over. And do that. There we go. Very nice. Oh, isn't that lovely? And pop that there, pop that there. So now, oil. You will be supplying it, and we'll have space warpers. Just a couple. There we go. Let's put the charge on that there. There, all those settings are good. I wanted foundations, yep, so demand those. I want oil extractors, yep, so demand those. And I've got loads of miners. Yeah, that looks alright. So I just need foundation and that, and then I'll be good. Okie dokie, what's that? Oh, plant fuel and organic crystal. Yep, so we are going to have organic crystals, which is a vital component of yellow science production. There it is, a high-grade chemical product used to produce higher strength crystals with a crystal structure. It can also be directly gathered from rare organic crystal vein. Crystals. And hey, I've got some plant matter, so let's take this antimatter fuel rod in and put these leaves and twigs in instead. I like how adaptable this mech is, where I can just run off a variety of fuel sources, but anyway. Still waiting for foundation to come in. But hey ho, I think we've just seen it. So, what else have we got in this? We got a prairie world. Oh, that could be interesting. And an ice-filled gelisol. You know what? Instead of having... I mean, yeah, it's good to have a load of foundation here. But I think in addition to that, I'm going to go to the prairie planet. So... oh yeah, look at that. I think I've stopped producing oil extractors because... don't really get through a lot of them. There we go, there's that. Yep, so that's pretty good. And somewhere, look at it, it's always night time. Night time. Let's chase the sun. So as I'm here, let's establish some coal mining. Coal. Faster than light travel, Type 2 civilization, still need coal. Well, it's a good source of carbon, so yep, coal. I like it. The first time I did an interplanetary hop, I just had some coal, and that's what I was burning in the Icarus reactor. Then later on I went to energized graphite, and then I think it was a byproduct of oil refinery, had hydrogen, and then when I got titanium I was making hydrogen fuel rods, which was the first And using the hydrogen fuel rods, I was able to do the first interstellar jump, because you need a bit more energy to do interstellars. So now we've got coal. Yeah. Let's just check that will come through naturally. And there we go. Yep. No impediments there. So I don't want you to demand that anymore. I want you to supply it to other places. There we go. And if I come along here, oh look, crude oil. Let's pop one of those down. Pop one of those. Do that. And then let's see if that will provide too much. If it'll overwhelm it, I don't know. So just go there and then do that. Oh yeah, have to tell it that you now can supply crude oil. So there's all that. Oh look, that's not compressing, so that'll work okay. Well, that's working quite nicely. Yeah. Yeah. Okie doke. So, carrying on. Oh, it's so nice to be able to play games again. I really, really miss this. Plus this game, when you get to a certain point, it just, once you get over the initial slog, it's just a lot of fun. You're going on other planets, seeing all the veins that need to be exploited. You don't have to worry about building a factory because you've already done it. Mind you, with the blueprints now, that makes that system a whole lot easier. Yeah, so there we go. I find it ironic that organic crystals can be used as fuel. So if you felt so inclined, you could take this resource and burn it. You can do the same with graphene or carbon nanotubes. They don't last very long, but you can do it. Which, it's nice that it gives you the option. It's not arbitrary and like saying that, no, this is a valuable construction resource, you may not use it for fuel. So the game's good in that. Just pop those in there. There we go. Organic crystals. Oh, look at that. Some more organic crystals there. I'm going to go to the bit where it's daylight. So many resources on this planet. It's great. There we go. Got some coal as well, yeah. We'll be tapping that vein. It's harvest time in the garden. Plums have come in nice and... Does that look like a man who's kneeling down and holding his arms up? It does, doesn't it? Yeah. It looks a lot like that. Oh, and hey, I figured something out. Right, so here's foundation, but if you click there, you can change it to any colour you want. Like, for example, here, let's go custom, and then say, what if I put it at like 56%, and then I can make it darker. Oh, dark red. Alright, let's have a go at dark red. Okay. Doesn't look too impressive. I think I need to alter the autosave interval, because it's a bit boring waiting all that time. I want it to be, there we go. I'll make it 58%. Yep. There we go. How's that for foundation? Yeah. Right, so let's put a little planetary one here. I had a factory on my desert planet in the starting home system, producing the little planetary ones, like the one I just built, the interstellar hub and the orbital collector. Sorry, the gas giants have a hub which can only fit on the equator about, and that extracts gases. Yeah, and just for whatever reason, it wasn't supplying the little planetary hubs for outside production. I think I had a bottleneck of steel, which might still have actually, because if I go here to my statistics and have a look in the past 10 hours, I mean, iron ore production's pretty much remained the same ever since. I mean, I've gradually built it up, and if I go see coal's ramped down as it's run out, kimberlite ore, not much demand for diamonds, fractal silicon, a similar story. Optical grating crystals, not much demand for them either. Unipolar magnets, the production of that's ramped down, okay. Mind you, the demand for that only spikes a little bit here and there. So there's the iron ingots. As you can see, there's demand for that is huge. And where's steel? The demand for steel is ramping down. Okay. But statistics, love them. Tells me so much. Anyway, let's close that and focus on oh, look at that. Already it's night time again. But hey, that foundation being bright red looks quite good. I like that colour. That's nice. Oh man. Oh, anyway, harvest time. Plums. So very damp summer this year, and a lot of the plums are rotten, but there's still some good ones. So I harvested them and ate some, stewed the others. I extracted the juices from them, and I made just a bit of compote, really. Just drinking that. Oh God. Yeah, and the quickest way is that way. So you got coal, and you got crystal. I don't see it. Yeah, anyway, made the plums. So I did some meatballs and plum sauce. Well, I can't see. Oh, there it is. Why can't I see that? And there's a crude oil seep. Excellent. Right, now. Let's connect this up again. Or connect it up for the first time. Just follow one of these meridian lines. And there's quite a lot of well, it is swampy, isn't it? It's an oceanic planet, oceanic jungle planet. So I'm not gonna do much production. I'm just gonna extract some resources and leave it at that. Put that in there, like so. And let's connect that one to that one, like that. So I'm at the late stage game. I'm producing white science, but the bottleneck for white science is red science, and the bottleneck for the red science is energized graphite, and the bottleneck for that is coal. So now I'm going to fly off this planet. Oh, before I do, let me copy this. So I'm going to make a blueprint. and we're going to call that mining planet power. Yep. Let's choose it 3-2. No, let's go 3-3. Yeah, so we're going to have one of those, and then energy exchanger, yep, and then that's it. I use this for planets power and thumbnail text. Mining planet power. There we go. Save blueprint. And where is it? Oh, I've already got one. Oh, here's one I made earlier. Never mind. More than one won't hurt. And I can always delete one if it's not optimized. There, just like that. So now, you should be demanding lots of coal. Except I haven't really tapped hardly any resources in this, so let's go to the prairie and make a coal processing facility. So where is it? So this is called Reader, this star system. And there's, look at that, you can see that foundation from space. Nice. Reader 2, that's the one I want. Warping where you need to go is the way forward. It really is. It's the way to be, soldier. So, let's go. Mining planet power. So I should just be able to plonk it there. No? Yeah? Oh, look. And that saved me a lot of time because it's a real hassle. I'm not sure why getting that stuff done, but it is. And so now I'll just put that in there, pop those in there, and that means we should get power to this planet. Now, similar issue in this planet actually. There's quite a lot of land that needs to be paved over, so okay, let's get that. And I think I'm going to stick with bright red. I like that colour. We've got a fair bit of iron. This would be an ideal planet for starting on. You've got some titanium, some silicon, copper. Got everything you need. You've got coal, yeah. Got water. Got crude oil. Got organic crystals. This would be a great planet to start on. But you all seem to start on the Mediterranean satellite. Ugh. I don't know why. And it is a bit limited in resources. It's probably to encourage you to like go and do some bit of exploration. Ah, there we go. There's the first bit of power. That's what we like to see. And we'll make the minimum distance to enable warp very short. Just like that. So we're going to need some foundation, because if I go to my late game smelting and do that one, I could squeeze it in there. Oh, okay, I can squeeze it in there. We're going to need some, what do you call it? What do I call it? Belts, that's it. And we'll also want some of the drones as well. So I'll ask for those to come in. just like that. And then this middle one will request warpers, just a little bit. And then what I'll do is, from that, I'll output to that one and that one, so they all have warpers. Oh, and yeah, this design has solar panels. Well, the solar panels are redundant. But we're still going to request them in. Just, there we go, request that in. So there's a bunch of stuff that came from Asilius Primus, which will be where my belts came in from. I've got those. Excellente. So, slots are full. Got these red smelters, the upgraded versions, which I looked into it, and they say about negative temperatures, and yes, that theoretically it's possible to have a temperature below absolute zero where matter becomes a super orderly state. I don't really understand how it works, but effectively if you were to make some sort of smelter which was working on that principle, then yeah, it will be a good way to refine useful material out of ores. But effectively in this game, its purpose is you put that and it makes it go twice as fast as the old smelter. So there we go, we're getting a bit of coal come in, and then I don't know. It may not be the most optimal design for smelting. It may well not be, but I think it's pretty good. That's the nice thing about this. Is just if you want to or you don't want to. Oh, guiding light. So we'll turn my light off. That's what it looks like. If I turn my light on, oh, look at that. Magic's happening. Magic. Pew, pew, pew. Magic. Oh yeah, I wanted some solar panels. Not many, mind you, because I can't fit many in. So I'll just do that. There. Very nice. So got coal coming in there, coal coming in there, bit of coal coming in there. So what I could do now is just go back to Reader 1 and carry on with the coal and such, but as I'm on this planet, I may as well start doing things. Let's put on the veins distribution. There we go. Now I can see what it is I'd be mining. Let's try this magic miner. So this is a blueprint Nilaus made. You just place it down, and not always, but sometimes it works, and this is one of those times when it doesn't work. So I hope there's a mod on Factorio called Outpost Planner where you just drag and drop over some ore, and it automatically builds you all the mining facilities and the belts and power poles to distribute as you see fit. And that's not nearly enough of what I need, so let's just... No, that's a boring colour. Where's my cut? Hey, I want my custom colour. Yeah. Bright red. Right, there we go. And let's put some things in there, so that fills out nicely. Put that in there. And I don't have any power, do I? So let's put power to this thing. There we go, now we've got power. And over there we got... No, that's not what I want. That's what I want. Alright, how did you have so many? I don't know. What's going to happen is when I right click to say I'm done building lines, it will say, okay, I've just dropped 7,000 belts. How did it give it more than 10,000? It's only able to request 10,000. There we go. Belts. Oh, this is iron ore. So, belts. There we are. I could just delete it, but that's so wasteful. We'll come back to that area. The long-range towers don't really give enough, you can't power buildings with them, so you need a little Tesla tower just nearby so that it can share the energy. Anyway, that's done. So now if I go over here, and let's see, what have we got? I don't think I need all this ore refining, but whilst I'm here I may as well do it. Would be really nice if it was just some sort of way of automating building all this stuff. Or hey, maybe have like a Jupiter Mining Corporation Red Dwarf and goes to a planet and has all these little daughter ships come out of the mothership and just mine stuff, extracts resources, and you could even say, yeah, I want you to pick up water and such. It would be nice. And hey, if you want to go crazy, say you could fill it with antimatter fuel or hydrogen fuel, whatever fuel you're using, and say, whilst you're at it, could you please smelt that into steel or titanium alloy? You'll need to pick up sulfuric acid and titanium. Go a little crazy. And crude oil, there we go. Oh look, there we go. Now I can go back here, pick up some more of these. That's as much as I can pick up. What about warpers? I can put some into the thing. Some into the thing. Very good we're talking, aren't we? Yes we are. I've put some of those into the thing. You all saw what I did, you know what the thing is. Leave something in the comments or in the chat if you didn't know what the thing I put into the thing was. Hot women are ready to take your call. Calls cost £1.50 a minute. You must have the bill payer's permission. Why won't you go there? Oh, is it being funny saying that, oh, because it's on the Meridian line, I don't want to do it? Never mind. Just do that. Right, so there's 4. I think you can put 5 of these onto one. Yeah, it doesn't want to do it. So we do that. I think you can have a maximum of 5 miners on one blue belt. Anyway, I'll do that. And this is organic crystal, so we'll do that. Pop that there, pop that there. Do that, and then do that. Ah, very nice. And it is daytime once again. So if you're wondering where I've been, if anybody is curious, I've been training, lorry driving, 5 AM starts, and, well, rather it's 8 AM starts, but it took some time to get to the place. So effectively I was working from 6 till 6, driving, learning, driving some more, and it was gruelling. And towards the end of it, my insomnia kicked in and didn't get enough sleep. Well, in fact, when it came to the day of the exam, the day before I had 4 hours of sleep. The day afterwards I had 1 hour of sleep. And I was a few days ago. Still recovering from it. Oh boy. I've got to reschedule my test because, surprisingly enough, turns out you need more than an hour's sleep to do an exam, and I failed. Not to worry. Can do it again. It only cost me £355, which I'm trying to convince the government. It's like saying, hey look, you've got a shortage of drivers and I'm unemployed. So if you give me £355 for this test, then I can do another test and hopefully with this one pass, because it's an expensive thing to... How is it possible you got 17,000? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, we need a lot more coal. We're going to need a lot more coal. And iron. Coal and iron. Amazing. It's the future and we're still doing a Victorian industrial age. Coal and iron. We're not even using the crude oil. Now, that said, I do have a crude oil refining facility which produces hydrogen and energized graphite. And I think what I'll do is, when I'm done in this system, we'll fly back to the home system, or starting system I should say, and we'll have a look, we'll see what's going on. We may be bottlenecked, or we may have just like filled up with hydrogen, so it's not refining anymore. We'll see, we will see. Anyway, just go up to this bit, do the same over here. So have a small planetary one, which doesn't go into stellar, and then we'll have some of these here, here, and here, like so. Belt it all up, belt there, and then we'll have a belt over here, just like that. And then we'll do that, do that. Do that and that. That and that. There we are. And let's go put some crude oil. So let's connect that to the electric. Just like that. Now, iron. Let's see if the magic miner works on this one. It's a small patch, so hopefully this will work. Collide with object, need resources. It does sometimes work. Oh yeah, I was going to change the autosave interval because that's getting annoying. So let's go settings. I'm still going to have autosave. Autosaving it. Oh, well, that's the maximum 25. Wow, it's been 25 minutes since the last time I did it. Amazing. Really amazing. Anyway, we'll carry on with this. I'll say you have some warpers. Like so. And you're going to demand, so if there's any iron, on the planet which is being mined, it's going to request it, and then it can ship it off-world. So yeah, we'll just carry on doing this. Going to various locations. Oh, silicon, okay. So let's try another one of these. No, that's on the Meridian line. That's on the Meridian line. Okay, neither of that's going to work, so we'll have to do it by hand. Ugh, I hate these games about automation, and there's no tool to automate this, or there's no like cool like mobile harvester I can build to automate this stuff. Come on, guys. I know it's early access, but get to work on it. Give me starships. Give me like a fleet which will go to like from planet to planet and just pick up resources, and then even if it's a case of all it does is it mines ore and then it goes somewhere, or like vessels come to it and it picks the ore up and then you take it to a planet for refining. Or hey, why not, like, space in space is unlimited, right? Why not give me a thing where it says like you can, you know, you can have buildings in space, like I can have smelters and factories in space, because it's not as if I need to be on the planet for power. Anyway, carrying on. I'm sure they've got some ideas of what they want to do. I just really hope there is some form of mobile harvester and it just goes like, oh yeah. Or even better, it's a mobile harvester and it looks for like what resources you need the most. So you send it to a star system. You really need a lot of coal, silicon and iron. So it will prioritize mining of those. And oh yeah, there's no warning icons because of the way I've set things up. So silicon and oil. So I'll just do all of that. And we want some warpers. So I was thinking to myself, why isn't it flashing to let me know things are going on? Because I disabled that bit. And that's putting a big demand on the power. So I think we can work on that. We can improve this matter. Let's triple the power up. Strange how it's not letting me go. Because the other... I was thinking, why couldn't it let me go out there? Because theirs occupied, that's why. No conspiracy here. Oh, look at that. There we go. Triple the power output. 100% satisfaction. Guaranteed. There's some more belts. So we definitely want coal. We're not going to export this off planet because this planet's going to be our coal planet, so we're just going to do that. Needs a bit of foundation, like so. And squeeze that one in there. Put that there. Put this over here. There we go, coal. No, there's only 8 littering, which is better than before. So let's just carry on with this. Do that, do this. Yep, that's pretty good. And there is music, but I've put the music at a very low volume, so if I was to go settings and then audio, I could increase the game volume a bit. How's about that, man? Probably a bit of silicon. I'm just going to clear that. There we go. It's belts, and I'm producing them an abundance of them. So now, silicon and oil. This one is going to request silicon and make it available for remote supply. So let's just modify some of those settings. There we go. Well, I want daytime, so I'm going to go right to the other side of the planet, right where it's dawn. That would be a good place to do it. So let's see. There's a bit of iron up there. So we'll go for the iron first, then we'll go for coal. Then I'm going to go back to the jungle planet. And I can see that. So what I'll do after a while is I'll just look at the energized graphite production. And then I'll go to my planet that produces research. It's not the planet where I have labs for doing research, which might be a bit silly, but at the same time I kind of like the idea that research is made on one planet and then the research is conducted on another, because you can do that sort of thing, and it's kind of cool. At least I think it's kind of cool. You might be thinking, this is boring. Why do you like a game about logistics management? Well, considering that I want to do lorry driving as a job, I think my interests in logistics may be, what you call But yeah, I love these factory management games. You're building systems, they automate production lines. Some people say, oh, Dyson Sphere is boring because there's no combat. Honestly, if I want combat, I'll play another game. I'm happy with this. This gives me what I want in a game. And anyway, if you look in the top right corner, it says Early Access 0.8.20.8092. Not sure. Please state your name into the machine. You have said, not sure. Is that correct? No. Thank you for confirming your first name is not. Is your second name sure? Imagine becoming President of the United States. You get your identity tattoo. And like when it asks you what your name is, you say, I'm not sure it should be here. So the machine thinks your name is now not sure. And then as you're getting the tattoo done, because it hurts and you're trying to take your arm and struggling, it takes a photograph of you and it just, you've got a retarded face because you're struggling. Yeah. Ah, Idiocracy. What a great film. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. I give it full sort of approval. It's a good film. Out of building much. I've once had it with a miner where it said, no, you can't put that there because it's the angle's too oblique. So we'll have oil, and we'll have that. Whack it up to maximum power and maximum load. And let's just fill in the rest of this. Brown, 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 brown. Research speed increased. Good. And then there's still a bit more. I'm going to disable that and I'm going to change, instead of research speed, let's go logistics cap, because look, this one, to do that we need 48,000. So a slightly faster logistics carrier engine takes 6,000. That only takes 4,000, so I'm definitely doing that. Oh yeah, let's improve my drive engine. Drones, make the drones faster, make my energy circuit a bit more energetic, and make my mecha core more mechy. There. That's nice. Let's have a look at statistics. So where is coal on this list? There's energetic graphite. Bit of an increase in the past. Let's change this to 1 hour. Yeah, so there it is. So production's improved. Consumption's increasing. I think that makes sense. Oh, the consumption of spiriform stalagmite, that's used for carbon nanotubes. That consumption's gone right down. Probably means my Dyson Sphere needs a bit more building, because you need carbon nanotubes for the frame material. But there's coal, and there's it slowly ramping up, and yeah, the consumption is as much as production, so I need to work on that. So put one of those there. And if I... Can I get that covered just by one? Yes, I can. So I'll do that, and then say crude oil. Yeah. And let's see, where's the nearest... Nearest one's there. I don't. So that's working. Now where's the next bit of coal, which is in the next zone? There it is. Oh, there's no power here. Not to worry, I'll fix that soon enough. Welcome to my first stream in a long, long time. If you're watching and you're interested, great. But I'm still wiped out, so don't expect me to say much. I'm just sort of looking left and right with my eyes, making sure that it's not lined up. The grid reference system is very useful. Especially as with all of the maps in this are in spheres. So do that. There. So. Now. Still not. Okay. So, yep, crude oil. Coal. Let's just increase that so it goes there. Oh look, I've got some solar panels, so let's just stick those there. Not really interested in generating power on this planet, but it's nice to have the free inventory space. And hey, look at that. So generation capacity a maximum of 12 megawatts, but consuming half a gigawatt. Good, good. Hey, that's more like it. So these bits are filling up now. Yep, we need lots more coal. So where's the next bit of coal available? This one here. Get that. And we've got 8 miners here, so I'm going to have yeah, balance four in each side, and that will do us nicely. And these construction jobs, oh boy, when it starts off, they are painfully slow. But now, quite nice. They're doing a good job. Let's get those powered on. Drones in there, yeah. So now you output coal, you output that. We'll wait until we have 100% load before going off. That way it's a bit more efficient, because it doesn't matter whether it's 10% load or 100% load, the drones are still going to use the same amount of power. So you may as well just delay sending them off until you really need it. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go over and over. There, just like that. Coal and oil there. 100 carbon bananas in this plane. Hey, look at that. They fly faster. Yeah, so they both fly faster. They don't carry more, but they do both. They'll go quicker, which is good. So if I zoom out, let's have a look at that. Looks pretty good if you ask me. Still doing a comfortable 50 frames a second as well, very nice. I play this on my second monitor. My newest one is AMD FreeSync Premium, and I bought that because, what with Intel and AMD using the FreeSync standard, I think FreeSync's the future, and I'm hoping that G-Sync will die a horrible proprietary death, like all proprietary products should. And the thing about FreeSync is it changes the monitor's refresh rate based on what the frame rate of the game is. There's some advantages to that. That's why they've gone to the effort of doing it. However, when this game gets to about 30 frames a second, on the new monitor you can visibly see flickering and it causes eye strain. So that's why I play Dyson Sphering on the second monitor. And there we go. So a nice bit of colour coming in now. Well, I don't think that's all the coal vents tapped. Might be. 13 million coin. That's a fancy one. Do I have any oil refinery blueprints with me? Did I ever build one? No, I probably have to go to the other one. Okay, well before I do that, let's do some more boring mining. Is there anything I can talk about in the meantime be interesting? Not particularly. I've learned how to drive a lorry. You steer it using the steering wheel. You put your foot down the pedal to make it go. You look in your mirrors to make sure that if you have run someone over, make sure you get their head so it's a click, clean death. Yes, a quick and clean death. I do think that's very nifty looking. That's cool. I'm not going to worry too much about like, oh, they're not evenly distributing coal from one to another. It'd be nice if they did, but it ain't a big deal. So there's reader 2, yeah, and there's reader 1. So we'll go to reader 1. Where's that then? If I just head towards the star. Oh, look, there's another 25 minutes. Now, this game, I've been playing vanilla, so there's no mods in it whatsoever. And the reason I've been doing that is they've been saying that if you play an unmodified game, then your thing can go to the like your star cluster can then become one of the star clusters that forms part of the meta game, where really I suppose it's like a case of the online high score. Just this is how much power your star cluster is producing, and this is how much research you've done. It'll shine in the galaxy map. So let's speed up and get to Reader 1 rather. We're not going to bother with Reader 3 because that's just an ice world, and I've seen enough of ice worlds. Right, so there we go, speeding up now. Could have warped, but I decided not to in this case. Right, so here we are on the planet, and yeah, here we are. There's Cole. Hello, Cole. Ah, let's have a different colour. Let's go with bright yellow. I like that. Yeah. So I definitely want it bright yellow. That. Yeah. And the bright yellow looks a bit washed out, but that's probably due to the colour of the sun there, because that will affect colours on there. And I think that's very interesting that they do actually do that in this game. Like, oh yeah, it'd be nice if there was like some green stars as well. I don't think I've seen any green stars. But they're trying to keep it semi-realistic. I think there are green stars. Oh boy. So that's that there. Okie doke. And this one, coal. And the nearest available is over there. Okie doke. So let's do that. Not even going to bother with second and stuff like that. I just want coal. I can always come back to these planets for other materials as well. Nice. 2 million coal. Use one of those because there's a very nice broadcast range for the power. So I just use that because I'm lazy. Or maybe I should say I'm efficient, because laziness and efficiency are two sides of the same coin, and efficient sounds better than lazy. Or I don't mind the term lazy. There we go, there's a lot more coal coming in. Good. I'm just skipping over a whole bunch of stuff so that I keep with the sun, because yeah, you can see the shadows of that extending. I think I'm going to go the other way and then capture the dawn, because as it is I keep being in this planet's evening. coal. Put that in, put that in. And it was full. Don't have to worry about power consumption now, I've got antimatter as fuel. So it's not unlimited, but it lasts a long time. That should start working. Yeah, that's working. Where's my next bit of coal? There it is. Right, let's go get a bit of coal. And then after this, I'm going to fly back to the ice world in the starting system. I'm just going to have a look at the oil production, because one of the byproducts of the oil production is energized graphite. But I don't think it's producing anymore, so I just need to keep an eye on that and find out why it's not doing what it should be doing. And then I think after that we're going to go to a system of the Dyson Sphere and put another layer on it and check it out. So, yeah. Go. Nice organy music for space. Yeah, the space music's quite good. But the planet music is a bit wank. I don't think. You know, the Ching Chonga who did it, he had a go. And, like, this is what sci-fi music sounds like. But it also sounds like industry, because you'll make industry on all these planets. Like Chairman Xi Jinping approve. Actually, Chairman Xi Jinping probably would approve of this sort of game. I mean, this is exactly the sort of thing that puts China in a positive light. It is a positive, non-violent game where you're looking forward and you're doing a Kardashev Type 2 civilizations. Yeah. I still keep thinking about like the original Chinese Communist Party and its advisors. Like, one of the advisors was a member of the tribe of Spearheads, and he looks like Fifi Howard. If you've ever seen the 1984 Dune movie, the big bushy eyebrows, even like the red stains on the lips, and like in Dune, the red stains on the lips signifies that the Mentat is consuming a stimulant called sappho juice, and the sappho juice helps them doing their Mentat computations. Because of course, in a setting where there is a vicious persecution for anybody that would make a thinking machine, you need human thinking machines. Hey, look at that. Now the mecha can go 3 astronomical units a second faster. Oh, that's nice. And the mecha is called Icarus. Although, if I fly to the sun, nothing bad will happen, as I will demonstrate. Which is more than could be said for Neil Snick and the Grass Tyson. I'd like to see him fight our sun, claiming it's insignificant. You know, saying like, it's insignificant, bitch me, bitch ass nigger. And he's talking all smack about the sun's mum. It's like, you don't even know who the sun's mother is. You can't be making like bold statements like that. But yeah, that's what, as I've learned since, is called a nigger moment. But I want to see Neil deGrasse Tyson fight the sun. And I know whose money I'd who I've been betting my money on. Yeah, I'm good at phrases. Pretty green planet. And there's those ones there. So. Let's go there. Squeeze that in there. There we go. Right, let's put all of this to what it should be. Do that, and then you're having crystals and you're having coal. There we go. And yeah, the coal is coming out and it's going somewhere else. Excellent. So where do we want to go next? There's coal there. There's more coal on this planet than the Prairie planet, but there's nothing on the light side. Look at all those veins. Brilliant. Anyway, I think that's all the coal tabs there. I was coming back to it. But let's just have a look. So first of all, I'm going to fly towards the sun. Nearest astronomical object is 3,000 megameters. I don't know what that is. And there's the sun. So here's Icarus flying into the sun. Oh, look at that! It gives me a cool. K-type star approached. So I'm going to go to Acilis Primus. I don't think I need to put a marker on it, so let's just speed up. That is kind of cool, I like that. Yeah, there we go. The flow of traffic gives me a nice visual marker as to where I need to go. So let's go here. And speed is 0.359 meters a second. It's not bad, is it? It'd be nice if it was one light per second, but we'll get there in time. So I'm looking for number 3 along the sun, right down as I approach. No, that's a gas giant. That's the desert planet. So let's just have a look at the desert planet. Is it doing what it should do? Let's bring up, not power grid, building icon. There we go. Why are these yellow? Because they don't have enough of... Oh, it's the story of my life. Never enough of that thing. It wants more electromagnetic coils and it's not getting. So I'm going to have a planet for building electromagnetic coils. Maybe not a lava planet, but we'll see. Anyway, this is not where I need to be. I need to be somewhere else. So this is the starting system. There's the desert planet. And there's the star. Right, so there's the star. And let's have a look. Oh, that's a rocky salt lake. Ice field gelisol. That's the one I want. Jelly gelisol. So here we go. Yep, there's our first order refinery. Let's just change that to that. Take that. So there's not much hydrogen there. And this is a second facility, so yeah, got a lot of hydrogen there, but that's okay. Minimum of vessels, let's change that. No. Go here. just need more refining of each. Okie doke, so let's do. Do I have an oil refinery here? I'm going to alt-tab out the game, and then I'm going to do a new blueprint book. Actually, I can do it in the game, can't I? New blueprint book. I wish to change its name, so I'm going to change that to oil refine. Well, oh look, you can choose a number of icons, so I'll choose that. I'll choose that. We'll choose that. That'll do. 2 interstellar recipes for oil. Save changes. So now let's create those blueprints. This one oil basic turns crude oil into refined pipe. There we go. Let's have a free one icon. Yeah, so we've got that, and that. There we go. So save the blueprint. Yep. And I'm going to have to put it into. I am going to have to alt-tab in order to stick it to the book. Anyway. That's that one done. So now let's make another blueprint. And it's here. And this one uses an not an intra. So this is going to be called oil advanced. Advanced oil. Description makes more hydrogen refined oil. No, we'll do a free one. Yep. So we'll have refined, and then we get hydrogen, and we get energetic. There we go. I didn't think. I thought that production would be more than enough. So yep, save the blueprint. Yeah. So that's the two. So now I'm going to alt-tab out the game, go to blueprint folder, so that's documents, Dyson Sphering program blueprint, and let's see. I've actually got something called advanced oil production. Cool. I've probably done this before, but anyway, so we'll go oil, basic, oil advanced, Control X, oil refining, paste, and now that, rather than go into oil refining, yeah. So now zoom. Move the indicator from there. Where was I? There's no coal there. What about that one, really far away? There's crude oil there. Yeah. Kind of like the idea of going to a new place and just doing that, but I know. Why don't I go to one of the ENIF, I think it's called. That's ENIF, yeah. I'll go there because I think there's 5 planets there. And I'll get 2 birds stoned at once, so to speak, because then I can also look at the Dyson Sphere. And I won't have to bother about importing power because I can just use ray receivers and do that instead. And then I'll go back to, I think it's called Creda or Cruda, have a look at the science production and see what the bottleneck is now, if any. So, 5 minutes to go. ETA of 12 seconds. Planets are appearing on the gravity sensor now. There we go. Yep. That's at least a Dyson ring. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? Isn't that nice? But there's still a few patches in there. Look, ENF1 is actually in the range of inside the Dyson Sphere. Now, what's chat saying? Hi Hobbit and Interdimensionals, hello Alphabet Cat, welcome to our live stream. I've got to speed myself up to get to this bit. Pew 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 pew. Not guns, they're EM rail ejectors. Whoops, went a bit too fast. Bounce. Let's try that again. This time at a slower approach speed. Oh yeah, you can see there's a few solar panels just finding their way into the last little patches. But this looks pretty good, yeah, got plenty of... so what we do, Dyson says 110 gigawatts. Really? Generation capacity 128 gigawatts. Okay, it's not as great as what I thought, but I think we're going to pause the game there. And this bit is a pain in the arse, and no blueprints exist for Dyson Sphere, so you have to do this bit by hand. So, what can you do? I don't know if you guys, by the way, are in the JDLE Telegram, which is, I think it's been privated, that group, but I was over at a friend's house a few days ago. He was desperate for my help, so I came over because his friend had been staying with him. He ran away from home, stinky, smelly bastard, and stood my friend up. He was supposed to be doing the evening shift at the corner shop, didn't do it, so my friend has been covering both shifts. He's working 13 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I really, really dislike this guy. So I've known him for about 15 years, and I was thinking about all the grievances that I've accrued with this guy over those 15 years. And I just made a series of voice messages on JDLE, going over all the things I dislike about this guy. So there's some exclusive OnlyFans content, shall we say. Yeah, probably too hot for YouTube, so it's not going to get repeated here. Yeah, more Dyson Sphering indeed. So here's the start of a Dyson Sphere. It's a ring around the equator of a bright O-type star, very bright. So yeah, I'm going to do all that stuff, and then I'm going to go to one of the other planets further out in this solar system, and we're just going to have a ray receiver there. It's not going to do too much. It's just going to make a load of power, which is going to be good. Why do I sound like Brutus? Brutus doesn't play games. And then from that, we're going to have a facility for processing oil. Because I've got a lot of crude oil. Not much demand for it. So I'm going to fix that. Yes, sirree, I am going to fix it good and proper. And I might even make another facility for making science. I mean, why not? Currently, my production is just over 60 a second. But if I use this blueprint again, that will be 120 science a second, which will be very nice. Provided, of course, I can keep it fed. I can keep feeding it with all the stuff it wants. Look at that. Do you see that flickering? No, that flickering is not present on the OBS overlay, but it's present here. Don't like it. So I'm just going to look at the OBS one instead. Whilst I do this. Interesting. For some reason, OBS is showing a moire pattern when I'm doing this. No flickering. And yet on YouTube, you're seeing what I see on the game screen without flickering. So why is there... That is very strange. What's going on there? Did you hear about Sven Longshanks is in court for making his spicy... yeah, that's a shame. I mean, it's... Unfortunately, these things, when you get said, I don't like the demographic change of my country, well, you just done a hate speech and now you're going to prison. Sad but true. That's the way it is now. You get done for a spicy tweet, you get done for a spicy podcast. You say a game like this isn't for niggers, it's only for ching-chongers and English, and for slanty eyes and the white man. And that could be a hate speech. Although, I think I need to qualify in saying that there isn't any hate in that statement. It's just a statement of fact. Someone could say, well, you're wrong. I'm just thinking to myself, if I was wrong, when I was looking for guides on YouTube on how to build this, how to play it, there would be YouTubers probably getting promoted quite heavily, who would debunk my allegation that I just made, that observation that these games attract a certain type of demographic. And I don't know why I'm doing castellations here, but hey, you know, seeing as I have to do this all by hand, might as well make it pretty. I don't really know if there's much utility to this, and I'm doing a lot of left click, right clicks doing this. I don't like it very much. Right, so now I've done that, let's just put that in there. There we go. Come on, how quickly can I do this? I really hope, like, the next update is, oh hey, if you've got a Dyson Sphere, and you know, you can just copy its blueprint and put it anywhere, and just like, great, let's see how quickly we can Dyson Sphere a new system. Anyway, that's done. So now let's have a look at those rockets. Whoosh. And how much power are you demanding? Fair bit of power, not too bad. And no. I thought I got a text message saying when I heard that beep beep. No text message. Let's have a look. So it's funny the way that watches. Whoosh. There's a nice corona. A crown. And where are you gonna go? It's kind of strange because it's so confined, it's going to that side of the system, and then where are you going to go here then? And then it just kind of goes like that, and cool. Yep, saw a few little struts there. Very nice, very, very nice. Well, there's a lot of iron on this planet. Oh, that was it. I had a bottleneck in electromagnetic coil. So let's see. Do I have any room on this planet to do what I want? Yeah, there's a bit of room there, a bit of room there. Okay, so let's make some electromagnetic coils. Let's see. Do I have a blueprint for electromagnetic coils? I don't. Ping-pong ching-chongs. Let's have a look at that. There it is. There's a ping-pong ching-chong. Being that the game is done by a couple of chinky-chongers, there's a couple of Chinese YouTube videos about how to play the game, and a lot of their blueprints appear on Dyson Sphering blueprints, so I've also been enjoying that. So just pop those in there. So make sure you've got space warpers, and then we're going to have some foundation because there's a lake of sulfuric acid to my left, and let's just change the warp distance, so that should make things a bit better. Right, I'm going to do a local demand as well. So I'll put in another one there. It seems like I need more magnets. Well, okay then. We'll do a facility to make magnets as soon as I've filled in that lake. And I think we're going to have bright yellow on this planet. So, there we go, there's a bright yellow. Just a shower of solar cells making their way into the Dyson Sphere panels. Very, very nice. Yep. That is pretty. Look at it. It's like a little snow or something. They're in the orbit, but then they're coming out of the orbit and turning cyan to say, I'm no longer in the orbit, because they're going to go and form frame material. Sorry, not frame material. They're forming the solar panel bit of the material. Anyway, let's focus on this. That's producing electromagnetic coils, and well, a fair few magnets coming through now. There's some foundation. Yep. Yeah. So now if we go here, fill that bit in. And of course it's night time, because when is it not night time whenever I land on a planet? Is there any like symbols? No, there's not. So I'm just going to do that. And then this one I'm going to do that. There we go. Yep, one of those. So I'm guessing I've got loads of spare copper, so I don't need to worry about that. Do that. Okie doke, so we need magnets. And for magnets we need for magnets we need we can do late game smelting now, can't we? For magnets we're gonna need iron. Ooh, the irony. Good. We actually fit it in there. It's going to be strange having a planet inside a Dyson Sphere. And the other thing as well is like, okay, look, if I'm inside a Dyson Sphere, then like that should make this bright. It shouldn't be nighttime. It should be, you know, because I'm inside something. So make it this and this. Belts, and I think I've got a local supply belt. No, I don't have a local supply belt, so I want that. Probably going to need inserters as well, or sorters as they call them in this game. Got any local supply of those? Yep, I have. And I want warpers, so let's request them. So. If anything's more than half an astronomical unit away, go to warp speed. I've got time to dilly-dally around. And, yeah. So look at that, that's telling me I need more iron. But fortunately, this planet is rich in iron, so let's see if there's any, got any areas I haven't tapped? Nope, those areas are tapped, that's tapped. I'll go to another planet and get some more. In the meantime, we'll have those. Not bother with these solar panels. I am going to need a lot more iron ore. It's amazing that I thought the bottleneck would be titanium or some other exotic resource. No, it's iron. You need more iron. You ain't got enough of it. You're going to need some more. So now those have got warp capability, they may fly off elsewhere as and when they need to. But yeah, there's magnets. That is a thing of beauty. alternators are full. Oh look, I already have a facility making magnet, so that was superfluous, but never mind. We've done it now. And there's another facility making magnet. Wow. Okay, so really it's just a case of, hey guy, we've got plenty of antimatter, so that's not a problem. Good. So it's just, you're going to need more iron. These facilities won't work without the iron to supply them. So let's go to another one. But in the meantime, let's just take a moment to appreciate this. This is why I like this game. Gotta get mining that iron. Let's head towards this. This is the hottest star in the star cluster, so I'm 1 astronomical unit out from it. Like snowflakes. Pretty. There we go, there's some new frame material coming up. Oh, look at that. That's not bad. It's an O-type star. Its luminosity is 2.036 that of our sun. And the temperature is 32,000 Kelvin, so there we go. Now, let's go to Nyenyev 2, I think it's called. Yeah, there's a bit of iron there, so let's go and get it. Whoosh. Oh, a bit too fast. A bit toasty up there. Yeah. Little bit toasty. So on this one, we're going to use ray receivers. And let's try that. Ray receiver. So this goes South Pole. Blueprint is compromised. Blueprint compromised. We're gonna remote demand at least, yeah, 900's fine. Make that available for local supply. Remote demand that, yeah. So I should get some graviton lenses coming in. And then I'm gonna request ray receivers because I need those. Yep, that's enough. Let's not go crazy. I think I should need to just focus on iron for the moment, and then I can come back to other planets as and when I need other things. But I did say I was going to have that facility for producing oil, so there's lots of free space there, so I will do that. Ah, look, there's some ray receivers. Pop them in. There we are. It's making me 58 megawatts, which is not much, but then again there's no graviton lenses in there. Mind you, they're all receiving, so yep, they're all in line of sight, it seems. Cool. And they're all set to power production. Oh, of course, they can only request a certain amount because the Dyson Sphere is only giving off 27 gigawatts and I'm requesting 110. So that Dyson Sphere needs to ramp up, but in order to ramp that up we need to do this, but in order to do this we've got to do that. Ah, and this is why I love the game. So we'll have a basic oil-free refinery. Got to pretty much have that on the equator in order to work. Yep. And can I do another one? I want to make it line up exactly. Let's have a look, see if those line up. If not, I'll delete one. Nope, that's slightly cockeyed. Cool, well that's working. I just saw a logistics drone coming to deliver space warpers. Right, so now that's got power. Let's go back there. Nope, we don't want that. And yep, plenty of oil. Good. So I want oil refineries. That's an oil refinery. Go. I did say I was going to do mining, but putting down that is so boring. And look at this! Look at all this production is just like it's like a machine gun. Except instead of killing people, I'm making an oil refinery. Oh, and I need sorters. I'll get that sorted out post-haste. Them jokes. Such fun. Oh, that's right. I am is on the equator. And so the next one. If I do it here like that, back to back, then a suitable gap between the two. And in this one I'll request sorters. So let's just get them in. And I need belts as well. But that can come in a while. Oh dear. Well, I might have to go back to the original and try and fix that. A little bug in the blueprint. Very optimistic that I'll ever need that many fluid tanks for holding the liquid hydrogen, but hey ho. You never know. You never know. Still waiting on more sorters, but at least we can have oil refineries. Nice. Go, and now I've got those. Nice. So I'm going to change the priority here just to do ray transmission efficiency, as the Dyson Sphere is going to take a while to build itself. In the meantime, I may as well make the ray receivers more efficient, so they'll work more better. Yes, they work more better. And there we go. There's our first batch of extra hydrogen coming through. Very nice. So I'll just fly on back over here. Let's get our basic oil refinery. It would be really good if, when placing something down, it doesn't make the sound effect over and over, or sort of reset it, I meant to say. Hopefully that can be fixed in time. But alright, that's the fun stuff done. Now back to the slog of getting resources and mining and oh, mind you, there's only like a couple of patches here with that stuff, so 75 megawatts, so it is improving, that's good. Farty bum, fart bum, farty bum, bum fart, farty bum, farty bum bum, bum fart. This song is Dyson Sphere. It's the, oh, you'll go to work. You'll make Dyson Sphere for glory of China. And there's another 25 minutes. Why can't I send the Why can't I change the autosave interval to an hour if I wanted to? Like, any time. So like a 10-hour save. Oh boy. 10 hours is probably a bit too much. So let's do it. Where is it? Kimberley. That's it. Yeah, do that. I don't care it's causing blackouts. Just like you do maximum, please. And then we'll have a space warp. So. Yep, off. 10% and off. They're over there. Why can't it just be like, hey, there's a patch. Alright, this is the most optimal placement. But you could say economical mode, you know, try and get the most amount of ore patches with the minimum amount of miners, or you could say like performance mode, where use the most amount of miners possible. That would be really nice. And come on, these guys are programmers, they do clever stuff. Surely this should be a fun like challenge to solve, like, yeah, how do we automate doing that? How would we make an algorithm which would say, oh, you want to do that? Yeah, okay, well, I'll just calculate the optimal path for you. And it would just do it. And I'll go, here you go. And you could even, like, you should be able to specify, you can have a little planetary logistics station, you can have an interstellar one, and from that, do all the belts as well. Like maximum 5 of these to 1 belt. Anyway, that's got kimberlite ore. So now I just need to move on to the next stage, which is right here. Go. So I'll pop you down there. That should give me enough room to do what I want to do. Yeah, baby. Yeah, an autopilot, but more like an autoplan. You see what I'm doing here and there? Just like placing these miners and then I'm placing belts down. There's no quick and easy way to do this. I mean, Ninhouse did do a thing called Magic Miner, but it doesn't really work. It breaks more often than what it works. So it's a nice idea, but unfortunately the execution is flawed. So do that. And red means bad. Red means not enough. Who would have thought 28 gigawatts wasn't enough power? What do you even do with 28 gigawatts? Well, obviously not enough, because you need more than 28 gigawatts. Anyway. Kimberlite ore. Iron ore. There's some rice in there. So, that. Very nice. Now do some work here. Zip, zip, zip right around. Maybe I can build another. Yeah, but that won't make a difference though, because it's not. Oh, you ain't got enough ray receivers. It's a case of your Dyson Sphere is like, it's not making enough. You need more Dyson Sphere to do it. This game's an evil Chi-Con plot to get us believing in globalist model and globe cucking. Right, there we go. There. Look how bright that is. Good thing my mech's vision's augmented, otherwise you'd need shades. Do those, do that. Yep. And that is iron. So this, yep, there's iron. Not much because again, power limited. You know what, I think until later I think I'm gonna do a yeah, just a bit of activity. I haven't got any artificial suns, so let's get one of those. Like so. And then I'm going to stay on the planet a bit more and just see if I can do a bit more of the oil processing. Because oil processing will give me energized graphite, which will help me with the bottleneck in science production, as I need energized graphite and hydrogen to make red science, which in turn is a component for white science. So we're just waiting for these things to arrive. I don't know where from. Oh, look at that. They're going out in all directions. I'm going to try something after this. When I get power on this planet, I think, yeah, we can do it there. Yeah. Still waiting on the vessels to come and deliver the items. Where are they? And what time is it? I should have time somewhere on this. Not in the star map view. 16:34. I did say to a friend after 6 I'd go and meet him at the pub. So I've got to drive half an hour to go to the pub he wants to go to. I don't know which one. Lots of things zooming up to ENIF 1, but don't see anything zooming up to ENIF 2. Oh, here comes something to ENIF 2. Comes something else. More antimatter fuel. Okay, alright. Hopefully the next consignment is some artificial suns. Is that it? Yeah, artificial sun. Nice. Now, remote supply, because I don't need any more of those. Oh, comes onto that. I don't know why that's not under power, but I'm guessing there's enough things under power, so I want to do a couple there. And I'll use the green source that we don't need anything more. Right, with another object. That's oh, look at that. Even with all those suns, it's still not quite enough. So that's nice and full now, so she's in there a little bit, not much, but a little bit. That's looking alright. Great. So I think I'm going to do another one of the last ones. Again, just checking that bug to make sure I've got it right. Oh yeah, these will refine this. And macro recorder, I mean, that's one thing, but the thing is, all of those patches are slightly different. So what you really need is just some sort of algorithm that goes, okay, the miners can extract in this sort of arc, and then just sort of a sliding like, what's the minimum amount of miners that covers the most amount of area? And another one says, alright, how many miners can I fit in there so I can extract as quickly as possible? I would like the lateral option. And then just something which says, okay, you've done that, you've placed all the miners, here's a little hub as close to it as possible, here's the power plants, here's the belts. Now, the thing is, that sort of stuff is possible, because I know it's been done in the factorial of the output. So it's just a case of, I'm hoping, yeah, that's a good one. We should have that integrated into the base game itself. In fact, I'm going to be checking that a bit. I need more construction trucks. doke. So now for my next part of the plan. More rocket launchers. So for more rocket launchers, I'm just going to research application, do the job. Do that. Now, you can feed one rocket launch site from another. I think the easiest way to do it is just have a belt coming out and do it that way. Let's not overcomplicate things for ourselves. We're going to need some belts. So, small carrot rocket, that's what I want. Have that. And then I will have the building that launches the rockets. Yep. Some of those. And I want blue belts. Give me blue belts. There we are. Blue belts. Still waiting on those, yeah. I check that as well. Nope, nothing locally. Okie doke. So I'll just request all that stuff again. What have I got of that? ENF3. Oh yeah, lots of iron there, so I'm going to be visiting that. Optical grating crystals, very good for particle containers. Fractal silicon. What do I use that? Oh, that's for silicon crystals. A lot of iron there. And that one. Yeah, a lot of iron. Great. So all of these planets really good for iron. And just need this thing to get going. So I'm just waiting here. In the meantime, enjoy the nice view of the Dyson Sphere as it comes up from the thing. Look at that. Pretty. Yep, that sure is nice to look at. So how about them things I requested? Well, we got some belts, that's good, so I'll have those. Got some of those, great, have that. Almost go as fast as I can walk, but not quite. Look at that. I've seen machine guns in games which count down slower than that. Ah, it's 4:30. Or 4:45, I should say. That noise when that backup is finished. Graphite, and there's not a big demand for it, so I'm guessing that the red science is okay, it's doing alright. So now, don't want any more of those. So let's some of the slow green ones because honestly you don't need that much. I'm not going to do the first one. You'll see why in a bit. Oh look, it's going to... Ah, never mind. My idea was I would connect them all at the same time and then they'd all launch at the same time, but that's okay. This will just keep launching in a sort of in an intermittent fashion. But then once that stage of the Dyson Sphere is complete, then they'll all calm down again. And then I can do my next phase of building, and they'll all launch at the same time. I was going to say fire, but no vibes in this game, so no such thing as fire. Just carry on that. There we are. And I'm guessing one line is going to feed a lot of these because they don't launch super fast. Let's just keep that. Yeah, okay. Doing alright on satisfaction of power, which is nice. Next planet, I'm not going to bother with artificial stars. I'm going to use, because I've got them in my inventory, these mini fusion power plants. I'm going to have a go with one of them and see if I've got enough deuteron fuel thing. I was hoping I could click and drag with these, but alas no. Mind you, it seems to put the cursor in the right place when just clicking, so that's good. Ray transmission efficiency, minus 15% solar energy dissipation. Oh, we're getting close to that, to our power limit. So I think that should just about do it. Look at that. That's pretty good, that is. So there we go, there's a continual stream, and that's filling things out nicely, that is. Yeah. %. So do that, and then there we go, and do that. There we are. Rocket launching speed, it will launch 5 rockets a minute, so that's 1 every 12 seconds. It's not bad. And if I look at power, oh, look at that. It's just under. And occasionally it sort of, it spikes a bit higher, but so if I go to the ring receiver, let's have a look at these. 30 gigawatts, well it's gone up by 1.2 gigawatts since we were there. So I'm pretty happy with that. No graviton lenses. First of all, let's check I've got a blueprint for graviton lens. Yep. No, that's not it. Maybe it's in the ping pong chinchon's book. Nope, nothing there. So I've got no blueprint to make graviton lens, so let's just make one. Yep, this place will do. demanding too much now. So, to make a graviton lens, you will need the following. Diamonds and strange matter. Okay, well, diamonds is alright, so we'll have diamonds and then strange matter. So, do all that. Do all that. Let's see. Problem is not that I'm. The problem is I'm lacking strange matter, so that's why I'm not making most graviton lenses. Okay, well anyway, we'll carry on with this thing here. So do that, do that, do that. Do I close that? Right, so. You did that 2 days ago, you fucking cunt. The neighbour's got a leaf blower, and he loves that toy. But he won't trim his fucking hedge. Bastard. I'm going to use green here, so blue to insert, but green to outsert? Is that a word? Yeah, that's a word, I just made it up. We chose a recipe. Graviton lens. There we are. Is that a text message from my friend saying what I'm going to? Well, even now it says 40 minutes now, hope to be around 17:45. Which PB? 17:45. Right, let's have a look. If I want to get into that town, how long would it take me to get there? So that town, so 11 miles away, would take me 24 minutes. Okay, 24 minutes. And so I've got to leave by about 20 past, right. Which means I'll also need to get shoes on. They do help, yeah, shoes. So I'll probably have enough time to do this factory, but then will I have enough time to do the other one? The one that makes strange matter? Good question. You're an absolute fucking cunt. I hope you don't suffer any industrial accident with that lawnmower. Because it wouldn't be industry, would it? It would be a domestic accident. Because you are at your domicile. Curse modern appliances and their strenuous safety regulations. Double glazing, all I can hear is whee! It's like Honda Civics racing outside my house. Oh, and I can't build there because of the meridian line, so let's put one there. Let's try that. Wait a second. Oh, that's not a problem, that's fine. Okay, and then do the late game in this is my favourite part of the game. I mean, there's a lot of games where you get to the late game, it's like, oh, it's not as fun as when you started off. But fortunately, that's not an issue for this. And I'm going to need factories, so give me some factories. Oh, let's just offload that diamond. You can use diamond as fuel in this as well. And I looked up it in real life and... oh, okay. Right, yeah, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep. I should have figured that one out. I didn't. That's okay. So the time now is 16:57. Oh look, it says 4:57 PM in the bottom right corner. Oh, didn't want to do that. Never mind. Try again. So it's one like that. There we are. There. I've now fixed my faux pas. Let's put those diamonds back in place. There we go. Diamonds are back in place. And I'm alright for factories. Yep. So let's have a go at the strange matter. Do I have a blueprint for strange matter? Alright, let's try and be efficient about it. If I don't have a blueprint for strange matter, I'm going to go on the interweb nets and have a look for one. So, I'm just going to type in strange. Strange matter, 720 per minute, one side, full tower output. Cool, and it's a ping pong ching chong. So, I'll put that into the ping pong ching chong folder. Ping pong ching chong. And do text strange. There we go. It's only the internal description, it doesn't matter. So now if I go up one and then go there, and there's strange matter. Yep. Nice. No conflicts with all patches. So yes, I want those. I want that. Gonna want some belts as well. Oh hey, let's put that there, and then set that to remote supply. There we go. Then I'm going to need a lot more power because these miniature particle colliders, they take a lot of power. So miniature particle collider, please. Is that's the blueprints make this game so much more user-friendly because I mean I don't have to design this, and look, I mean it might have been a Chinaman that designed this, but a lot more creativity than my designs, that's for sure. I mean, all of mine are pretty much the same. I've got belts going in, belts going out the factory, and then I just do that and it works. But you know, this one's good. I like it. So now just look at those drones go. Yeah, I'll get this done before I go. So I know what should. I think I'll get my samples today. And then jumper on top of that. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Sure. Mind you, it's yeah, but it'll probably be cold on the top of it. So jumpers. Oh, got a decent amount of iron plates coming in. The irony. All the exotic stuff, deuterium, iron plates, fine, but... deuterium particle collectors, fine, but... No, the actual iron... No, that's the bottleneck. Need more of that iron. Yeah, don't worry, I'm keeping an eye on the time there. Like I said, I'm going to leave about 20 past, so probably shut the stream down about 10 minutes prior to that. And, oh look, that's 8 minutes time, so we only got 8 minutes to get this done. Can it get done in time? Everything can happen in the next 8 minutes. Well, realistically, what's going to happen in the next 8 minutes is me build this, power it up, and then I'm going to say goodbye, because otherwise it's just going to be hours of me going to planets and building mining facilities, which is a pain in the arse, and I hate it, but if you don't do it, you don't get, you know, you don't get the stuff you want, the stuff you need. Let's connect that to the power. Oh, look at that. Yeah. That wants a lot of power. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's go and make that situation a bit better, shall we? I've still got 6 minutes. Sorry, 3, 4, 5 minutes. So we could do some deuterium. Honestly, I thought I had more deuterium than that. I was probably just going to take a while to get all the stuff in these. So not enough deuterium here. Enough deuterium anywhere, actually, for that matter. Oh look, they're all busy going out. They're probably going to a gas giant, that's why. Don't know where the nearest available gas giant is, but they'll have to go to one of the orange gas giants for them. And you, do a local demand for those. Come on, I mean, there's no point me making it for you not to pick it up. Now we're going to make some graviton lenses, and then hopefully that should start feeding up the graviton lenses. Can't remember why I was demanding graviton lenses. I know there was a reason for it. I was definitely going to do more of these rocket launchers. I've got a theory. What if the small hats were actually ancient aliens? Funny enough, got ancient wisdom, as he calls himself. He does a similar theory where he talks about Neanderthal versus Cro-Magnon man, and how we're a hybrid of the two. So, in some of the races of humanity, the Neanderthal is more prominent than the Cro-Magnon, and vice versa, and therefore there is a battle we're fighting amongst ourselves between the two early hominids. Hominids? Yeah, I think that's the right term. Yeah, hominids. And it's an interesting theory, one which I support, because I know Neanderthals, there was an ancient war between Neanderthals and modern man, and it seems to be that these Neanderthals, that their lineage is more expressed in certain tribes of the Middle East than it is in Europe. Yeah, so yeah, I am interested in that theory. That theory rings true for me, and I've disconnected the power, so let's put that back on, shall we? Let's have a look at the time, 5:09 PM, so I've got just a little bit more time left. So I'm just going to foundation over that bit, there we are. And let's carry on with this. My proof is I said so in it, mate. That is my proof. Citations? No. As for alien race, I mean, yeah, alien in the sense that they are not like us, but alien in the sense of extraterrestrial, well, as you know, space is fake. So, these little grey men, whatever other alien creatures, they've existed here on this planet since the beginning. Speaking of beginnings, we are coming to the end of this stream. Thank you very much for watching. I'm just going to do these power lines, and if I'm late, I can explain to my friend. He'll understand. He's addicted to PlanetSide 2. I built him a PC. He built another PC. All he ever does is play PlanetSide 2. But last I heard, he might actually be playing something else now. Who knows? That's speculation for another day. All I know is I've got 3 gigawatts of generation capacity, which will not behave. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! and come on, whoosh, whoosh. He'll understand. Oh yeah, that's what I want to see. And then eventually this Dyson Sphere, the current stage I got building, will finish. Then all the rocket launches will be silent for a bit. But that's probably what's using up all that deuterium, because those carrier rockets use deuterium fuel cells. But anyway, I said I was going to finish, so let's just save the game. It's vanilla. And I should probably at some point do another stream doing the congratulations, you have won the game research. And we'll see perhaps the meta, like, is your star cluster in the galaxy? Anyway, that's it. Fuck off.